I grew up not in the church at all, but I did believe in a higher being, a higher power, but I didn't know who that God was by any means. I had a tendency to switch from one idol to the next as I went through my early years in life. I went from my grades to soccer to girls to work, and really started focusing on climbing the ladder and working my way up. And that is when I met my wife, Lindsay. We got married, and I was still in that environment. My career had kind of plateaued. We were putting our trust in other things, and she was putting her trust in me. I was putting my trust in this thing called money, and it just fell apart. That idol of trying to seek money and trying to go after money really became a big crux in our marriage relationship early on. And it led to continued layoffs. It led me to working at a car dealership. And it was a battle, right? I'm trying to make this dollar, and everything was a huge ordeal. To kind of list out a few things, our house had been foreclosed on. We had a car that had been repossessed. Our power had been cut off. It was kind of a breaking point for me. I walked out between two SUVs and I dropped to my knees. I started crying, and I just said, I can't do it anymore. God, help me. I didn't know who I was praying to. I had no idea. I walked inside the dealership, and I had the sales manager come up to me and say, "Hey, let's have a chat in my office." So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna lose my job. That's awesome. This will be fun." And I walked in there, and he started asking what was going on. I put up a wall and said, "It's personal. I'm not gonna let it affect my work. It's something I'm just working through." And so he just asked me, "Hey, I wanna offer you $1,000. Would that help? It's a gift from the dealership." And at that point, I walked outside and I looked up to the sky, and I was like, okay, I get it. I don't know you, but I'm done chasing all this other stuff. What the sales manager didn't know was that we needed $986 to turn on our electricity. Getting the money was kind of the catalyst to get me to seek more. After I had been attending Preston Trail for probably a couple years, I was still seeking, and there's a song that came on, and I had never heard it before. I know now it's a song called Oceans. The singer got to this part that repeats at the end, and it just kept coming and kept coming. Tears started coming down. I started looking down and just started praying.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me.
After I heard that song, and I downloaded it, and I was at home one day and had the song playing, and that was the point. Just in tears on my couch, just letting this music overtake me. That is when I came to Christ, completely. That's when I gave my life completely to Jesus. I'd been seeking and seeking and seeking and seeking, and that song was really what took me over the edge. The financial struggles still continued. So I had a lot of questions of God. There was a lot of doubt, a lot of doubt. To me, at that point, I hadn't fully grasped the fact that once we become a follower of Christ, it doesn't get any easier. I just expected everything to be smooth sailing. My faith in Christ today is central to who I am. I can see his work in everything around us and in everything that we do. Knowing that I have someone with me who just loves me unconditionally no matter what I do. With how many things I've done wrong in my life and how many times I've been forgiven. It's just amazing.